This is the FFR Trading Market Minute, and this is a daily candlestick chart of the SPY. That's the ETF for the S&P 500. Last week we talked about how the market had come down. Our oscillator had been oversold here. We continued to move lower, but the oscillator didn't follow. We continued to make higher lows, right, than in the oscillator. So there was some divergence into this support level. And I said on Wednesday last week, which was this day here, I said whatever the high will be when the market closed on Wednesday, if that high gets broken to the upside, then I expect we get a rally to take us into the neckline, in this case resistance. So here's the neckline of our head and shoulders pattern here that we've been following. And we expected that they were going to retest this, maybe even overshoot and fill this gap back here. Now they came and started to fill that gap, didn't fill it completely, but that's a little bullish sign here. We got to close above the neckline. So I expect moving forward the rest of this week into next week that they'll go ahead and try to fill the gap here. Now the oscillator here is overbought, right? And that typically means we'll get another turning point to the downside, just like, here we got overbought, and you can see that reversed the market there. So I expect if we can fill that gap here, especially if they do it fairly quickly tomorrow or Friday, then this should be nice and overbought, I should say here. And we would expect the market to pull back. Now, as we get above the neckline here, which is resistance, it will then be role reversed and creating support at that point. So if they fill this gap here, start to pull back, we'll see now if the neckline will act as support and the bulls can hold that line. If we start closing back below the neckline, all right, then maybe they're going to retest this support here. If that gets broken, here's your next level. If that gets broken, then chances are we're hitting the head and shoulders target. That's all the way down here at that 406 level. So it's going to be very interesting to watch this play out here. Some of the key economic data points next week. Tuesday, we'll have the retail sales report. Wednesday, building permits, housing starts, and the Fed's beige book. And Thursday, initial jobless claims, Philly Fed, and existing home sales. Hope that helps. Have a great rest of your trading week. We'll see you back next week in the FFR Trading Market Minute.